Hey, this is my first sit down question and answer video that I've ever done. I've done a bunch on like Instagram, but yeah, I've never done like a video just compiling all of these questions. So I got a lot of questions
Yeah.
and I don't think that I can make it through all of them. So I'm gonna quiet. So I'm gonna do as many as I can, and yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. A few of them were maybe a little too personal for me. So if you notice that I didn't get to your question, that might be why, or it might just be where I cut off and couldn't go anymore. Okay, so the first one was, I'm not sure exactly how old your oldest child is, but are you planning to homeschool? And the answer is yes, we are homeschooling. Little Marlon is starting this year. What made you want to open your own boutique? I got this question a lot, so I guess basically I am kind of obsessed with dresses and clothes, just like any or most females are. So I don't know. I just kind of got the idea and went with it, and yeah. How old am I? I am 26. I just turned 26. What camera do you use? I have a Nikon D7200, and it's a really great camera, and it's known for being really good in low light. What is my favorite color? My favorite color is blue, like a minty type of blue, but I really love so many colors, I don't think I could really choose a favorite. What's your favorite thing about your husband? Somebody asked. I don't know if I could choose one favorite thing there either. I love his very steady and dependable personality. He's just really unwavering, and that's a really great comfort to me and just gives me a lot of security. I kind of always know that he's going to be steady about everything. So I love that. Said, being pro-life, what are your thoughts on vaccine? And for me, I guess I would lean towards, I don't really think that vaccines are all that great, but I think it should be an American's right to choose whether they want to vaccinate or not. How long have you had your boutique? I've had it for 2.5 years, I believe. What's your Enneagram type? I am the 4, the individualist. I don't know like what my wing is and all that other stuff. How old were you when you got married? I was 18 when I got married. I met Marlon right after I turned 18. Family traditions. One tradition that we've kind of started is we go out in the mountains every year and cut down a Christmas tree, and I love that so much. I'm really looking forward to that again this year. I can't really think of any other ones off the top of my head right now. How many siblings did you grow up with? Are you close in age? I grew up with 6 siblings. Yeah, we're fairly close in age. My older brother he's 18 months older than me, I think. And then my younger brother is actually 4 years younger than me, so he's not super close in age, but we're pretty close, like friendship wise. Okay, somebody said, are you under a denomination as far as your religion? And the short answer is no, we're not. What do you think your purpose in this season of your life is? And I think right now my purpose is to bring up my children in the nurture and the admonition of the Lord, and to be a really great wife, and to be a light to anybody that sees me, to just glorify God. And I feel like that's kind of cliche to say that, but that is what my true heart is. How do you handle disobedience in toddler years? I feel like this question is it can be really sticky, and I don't really know like where this person's coming from with this question, like if they want a really in-depth answer or like what, I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I would suggest the book To Train Up a Child, and just really go to that book with an open heart to just to see what the heart behind that book is, and how to train your children to be obedient and happy and fun-loving. And yeah, a lot of people think that the book's like about beating your kids to death and all these crazy ideas that are absolutely not true. I don't want to get off on a rabbit trail there, I guess, but it's the way my mom raised me, and I think you can go too far with anything. There are a lot of people that probably take that book too far. I don't know. I think you gotta kind of find what works for you and your family, and what you think is right and what the Lord wants you to do with your children. So, anyways, that book really teaches you how to deal with that disobedience. What made you move to Colorado? We just really love Colorado. My husband had been hunting out here before he'd even gotten married several years ago, and he really loved it, and we came out here on a trip soon after we were married, and we just both really loved it, and we kind of just kept coming back, and we came and saw some friends that are here in this area that we live now, and we just really fell in love with it and decided we wanted to raise our kids here out in this vast, wonderful place that is just, in our opinion, it's a wonderful place to raise your children. Is it easy for you and your husband to pick names for your kids? How do you decide? It's not easy, not because we fight about it, but just because names are hard. And boys' names, I feel like, are way harder than girls' names. But what I try to do is keep like a running list of names that we like on my phone, like in the notes on my phone. And just kind of like, every now and again you're like, oh, I really like that name, write it down, or, whatever. And it's kind of always evolving, and then when it gets down close to having the baby, then you kind of decide on a name, I guess. Do you have a garden? No, I do not have a garden. I haven't had one since we moved out here to Colorado. And I kind of want to do one next year, but I'm not going to say yes or no, because I just really don't know. What is one thing you like about being a mother? Okay, here's one thing that I like. I love. I actually love it. Not just like it. I love taking my kids places and just seeing their eyes just like so excited and filled with wonder and sparkling. And it's kind of like you're reliving your childhood again in a way. It's like just that the innocence and the pure joy. Oh goodness, I just think it's so wonderful, and I love that so much. So that's like one thing that I just really love. Has COVID affected your husband's business? And no, it hasn't. It really hasn't. It's been really good and strong. He does construction mainly, and yeah, it's been really good actually. So that's a really big blessing. Your thoughts on bringing more children into the world in a time like this? And that one is a little bit of a struggle. There is definitely a temptation there to be like, maybe I shouldn't bring more kids into the world, because it's just so horrible. And yeah, we just don't know what's going to happen soon. And it's kind of a scary time, I guess, for some people. But I would lean towards the Bible verses that say, "Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth." And that right there it keeps going on to say, "Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gates." And that right there just tells me that you can rear your children to be an asset to society, to put more good out there in the world. You don't want to hold back good things. Wow, that was really good. You don't want to withhold good things. You want to release them out in the world. You want the world to become a better place. It's not going to become better if Christians are holed up in their house, hiding from everything. You need to release good out there into the world. So that's my take on that. Would you all want more kids or another kid? And yes, we definitely would. We do. I do. If your kids are a true delight to you and they're well behaved, how could you not want more? Like, yeah, they're hard sometimes. Yeah, I get mad at them sometimes. Yeah, I yell at them sometimes and get frustrated. But I want more of them. I really do. Is there any other place you want to move to at the moment? And the app's answer right now is absolutely not. It's fall time in Colorado, my favorite season. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, the weather is perfect right now, and it's just amazing. So, no. Ask me that in the dead middle of winter, and I'll probably say yes, I would like to move somewhere in the Caribbean. What is something you would say is very important in order to have a great marriage? I would say goodwill towards each other. That's something Marlon and I talk about a lot. And if you have goodwill towards each other, anybody can have a good marriage. Even people that don't have God in their life, that don't believe in God, or that aren't Christians or whatever, they can still have a good marriage. And if you have goodwill towards each other, it covers everything, pretty much. I can't think of anything it doesn't cover. So, what is your favorite part of Colorado? My favorite part of Colorado is just how dry it is. I just love being dry and having the sunshine. I really love it. We live at 7,500 feet here, and so it's high and dry, and I love it. What is the coffee you order when you go to a coffee shop? I don't usually stick to the same thing every time, but I do like just a vanilla breve. It's usually really good. How do you keep focus on the good and God when there is so much negativity? I'm kind of assuming this person is asking about the current situation of the world right now, that kind of thing. Sometimes you just have to block that stuff out for a while. Just give it a break. Whatever avenues that are flowing into your life that are showing you all the negative news, for me that's Facebook. Every time I get on there, every other post is negative, doom and gloom, and I never get on there anymore. I'm not saying you should have your head stuck in the sand or be oblivious to what's going on, but if it's kind of stressing you out and you're having a hard time keeping it together and happy and joyful for your family, give it a break. Get away from it. Just shut it down and leave it alone for a while, and it really does wonders. If you are going to have another baby, how long do you want to wait? I really can't put a time on this. Part of me would go get pregnant right now if I could, and another part of me would like to wait a while. Do you plan to vote for president? Why or why not? Yes, I do plan to vote for president, and the reason why is because as a Christian, wanting to raise my children in a place that is still free and all that kind of thing, I don't think it's going to do me a hill of beans to sit on my butt and not vote. I think that if you want America to continue being land of the free, people having freedom to make their own choices about vaccines, homeschooling, religion, whatever it is, you need to get out and vote for that person that you know is going to help keep America that way or make it more that way. So yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think I could make a half-hour long video about why you should vote, and maybe I will yet. I'd kind of have to gather my thoughts together more for that, but I am definitely voting Trump 2020. Let's go. What's your main source of income? I guess for me personally it would be my boutique, and for my husband it would be his construction business. Okay, so that was all I'm going to do. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was kind of fun for me. Have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for watching.